Alrighty everyone, welcome back to the Core Gaming channel. We are continuing our journey in Menace, and in the last episode we had completed a mission or an operation on Mach, and we lost a lot of squaddies. We went down from 50 to 38, so we'll let that be a lesson to us. And today we're going to be going into the Backbone planet. It can't be the name of the planet, can it? Okay, apparently it is. So we're going back to the Backbone. We're going to go ahead and start the operation here. In the last episode, we did a little bit of trading, a little bit of looting. We do have the ability to get 70 resources worth of stuff. For right now, I don't know that I need anything. We might want to get some additional stuff in the future, but for now, we're just going to go ahead. So, as we take a look here, we don't really have a choice on the first one, which is additional 5 trust and civilian trading goods. The next one is an anti-tank mine, followed by a 20% vehicle hit points and 1 defect between missions for this operation. And the last one is in a random explosive. It's actually not bad for either one of these. I don't really think we'll need that going into this one because it really just doesn't last long enough. But if we take a look at the difficulty, one of these is 1 skull, one of these is a 2 skull. It might be worth doing the 1 skull just to keep building up our troops. I know that Carta is still a little bit angry at us. However, Vamplu did not die at the end of the last round, so that is a huge, huge positive. I think we're going to go ahead and upgrade Rewa here, and I do think Roadkill is going to be the way that we go because of the fact that she has repeatedly found herself in that position, and it needs to do more. Like, it just needs to do more. That's all I have to say about that. We have some additional stuff which we can equip our troops with. In this case, you are only going to have a few. Vamplu, we probably want to keep you up at maximum. We are going to need to keep an eye out on some of that stuff. Don't really want to give you any additional equipment. Vamplu will give the incendiary grenades, and I think that's pretty much all. Carta, we can actually give the thermite grenades to because we will not need additional damage, or excuse me, additional ammunition for this SPC. Yeah, let's go ahead and get going. So this is a save civilians by killing all of the attackers. No problem with that. And if we have all of our squads together, we have the ability to do that. And we do have some suits here. The outcast rags give increased concealment, and the scavenger suits give increased armor, and as well as an additional accessory slot. So we're going to probably slide that one on to Lim, because Lim has the ability to actually make use of it. Give him an extra grenade as a secondary thing, and then we'll probably give Carta the outcast rags, just because the less that she can be seen, the better. I think this is... I don't know what this is, to be honest with you, but it is definitely not destructive. So let's go with that. That Carta we will drop just behind the APC. Try and do that a little bit better this time. Everyone else seems to be at full strength, and we will get going. I do like how the missions, the combat, at least at this point, is fairly straightforward. We do get a little bit more complex later on. So we'll need to take advantage of that and go from there. Okay, that means that it was unmissable. I am glad that we didn't choose to do that. We'll keep moving our troops forward in a leapfrog fashion. Try and hopefully get everybody visible at the same time. Let's see. We may end up moving Rewa forward here. There we go. Lots and lots of civilians. That is the goal here. It looks like they are shooting at some of them, but I can't see who, when, where, or why. So, for now, we're just ignoring that. I do know that this is essentially the other side of the coin. We'll leave it, and just honestly, I want to maintain that consistency as far as where our troops are, because it's very, very easy to overextend, and then as we saw with Carta, just absolutely get demolished in a single turn. So, very punishing in this game if you overcommit, which exactly my point. Let's see, if we move here, we will be covered on this side. They could move over here, but realistically, I think we'll be okay there. see, these guys are a EMP team, so we want to keep the truck away from that. And then a set of pirate scavengers. Okay, not really a concern, to be honest. So maybe we'll move up with Lim. Try and get a little bit... If we move there, we won't be able to do much. So instead, I think what we'll do is we'll maybe pop some shots in, see if we can't get some suppression down, which is excellent. Love, love, love it. You know, as I'm looking at it now, I'm forgetting that I put Lim in the APC market. So maybe we need to work on that a little bit later on. But that was absolutely valuable. To start, those outcasts are not going to be doing a whole lot of damage. Get Reiwa. Well, actually, we're going to move you away just because we don't want to deal with those EMPs very much. Tech, try and flank around the side here because it does look like the EMP is going to be gone. No real reason to deploy our troops right now.
Always ready.
Let's see. Oh, Carta. Right. Carta, I think you're good to go. You can hang out. And I do think Carta can also, if I remember correctly, get the... Ooh, what is that? What is that? Outcasts. Okay, here's what we'll do. We are going to keep some fire on you. Those guys actually go down. Tech will be able to flank around. We'll deploy you. Keep you a little bit more safe from the enemy. Scanning. Ooh. I don't know what that does. But here's what we do. Easy. Excellent. Easy, easy, easy. We love that. And we'll move Tech over to support on the right side here. I don't know where the rest of the enemies are. I'm assuming they're going to be over in this secondary area. We have lost 2 civilian units, which is not great, but given the fact that the vast majority of them seem to be over here, I think we're probably going to be okay. Okay, Reiwa's completely stuck. That's unfortunate.
Okay, okay.
But we'll leave that. I guess we'll just leave you as is right now. I suppose I could have turned her around, but that's neither here nor there. Get Tech into a better spot.
Make it a play.
I think we can move... Nope, you're done.
What?
Yeah, you cannot turn around at this point. Okay, that's close enough. At least your rear is not exposed.
Sir?
Yeah, they have to be over here. There's really no other way. No other place to be. Especially since their goal is to attack the civilians. I think Van Plu is the one that has our detection skill, so we are going to be moving him forward just a little bit earlier on. Ah, vehicle. Okay. So we have a outcast squad, vehicle with boarding commandos. Ooh, that's not great. And pirate scavengers. So we'll need to make sure that we take them down as quickly as possible. I think we can't do any vehicle stuff right now, but we can deploy in preparation for the next turn. These guys are going to keep moving. I'm curious. I am curious. I'm very curious. We're going to deploy for that additional accuracy. And they're running away. Okay. I can't say I understand that AI logic, but I will take it and we'll keep moving forward. If we move Lim forward.
Move it, Marines!
It's dangerous. It's dangerous, I tell you. Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll deploy.
Sir?
Running. Very interesting. I wonder if there's something to do with the AI feeling that they're outnumbered. I couldn't tell you, to be honest. That seems ever so slightly odd. So let's get this guy out of here so that we can get some cover for our troops. That's going to be number 1. Lim, we can get over here. These the boarding commandos? Okay. Yeah. Still running. This is why we can never get our missions done. Oh, no. That's coping. That's a huge cope. What do we want to do? We're just gonna keep being as safe as we can. Absolutely not worth dying over. Okay, suppression, that's fine. I'll take the suppression so long as we don't actually have any loss of troops.
Acknowledged.
We'll get our APC over here And then that will draw some fire, potentially even getting the boarding commandos over to start doing damage. They have those really high-powered SMGs, which is very damaging. And I think at this point we'll be able to use the grenade launcher, which, yes, all right. All right, we have thoughts. We have thoughts. They are working. They're using their boarding suits to run away. Now, I'll tell you what. How far can you go? You can go here. What if... Now, what if... Okay, respectable damage. What if we hit you? Excellent. Also respectable damage. Would love to see these guys actually move to engage, but I understand that they're also being smart, or at least as smart as they can be. So we're gonna move... We're gonna move over here. And then hold from there. Jammed. Okay, jammed is good. Jammed is good for us. Additionally, he also left his backside exposed. But I think, actually... I think we probably move you over here. Can you shoot? You can at least do some suppression. That would be phenomenal. We're not actually going to be able to use that thermite, I don't think.
I got the aim of a Ricari.
That sounds slightly racist. I don't know why, but it does. Alright, let's try and do some damage. Excellent. Okay, controls overloaded. Crew injured. Yeah, that thing is pretty much out of commission. Which we will absolutely take. And then we'll move forward. Get Van Flew a little bit further up. I'm a little concerned about these guys if I move him limb up, but it is a new round, so we'll take that into consideration. Can't move that.
Sir?
You are suppressed. We like that suppression. I think we may just continue to suppress, keep Lim in a safe spot, and then we'll just move you over. These guys are a chain gun team? Yeah. The chain gun's running away. No problem there. The outcasts are a little bit low on HP. Oh, that guy just exploded. Nice! We will take the explosion. Anytime, any day. Fire boarding commandos. These guys have the PDWs and they do have counterattack. So we'll take that shot. Oh, okay. Never mind. I forget. They only counterattack within range, which, you know, makes logical sense. So we'll deploy you out. Keep you safe. Ah, I screwed that up. That doesn't matter. Ah, shoot. Let's get you a little bit forward. We'll try and condense the squads. If we can get that guy down and then potentially suppress that guy, or pin him down, I guess. That will keep the boarding commandos away. We're good from that. We will stay deployed here. That'll continue to give us opportunities to shoot, especially since we have the K-bars on 2 of our units. Very, very competent.
Sir?
All right. Let's deploy out. All right, boarding commandos, do your thing. Nope. I feel like they could be just really smart AI. Could absolutely be. I don't know. But it's very annoying that they're not taking any engagement.
We come in peace.
The troll. The troll. All right, we're just gonna keep trying to poke at him. Not gonna do much damage, if anything, here, which is not a big deal at all. Okay, Carta. That's the chain gun team. Phenomenal. Well done. Carta is doing a great job. There we go. Okay, so now they're engaging. They do have a thermite grenade. Not great.
What?
However, I think we could actually just do a lot of damage with these guys. And there we go. All right, so that's done. That was probably the scariest bit of the entire mission, to be honest with you. So right now, at this point, we're just doing cleanup. And I think we'll actually be able to clean up these 2 guys within a single round. Almost. Should be able to get it with these guys, and then we'll get this guy with the second shot. Call it good. I probably should have used Carta to get that. Actually, it doesn't matter. I need to use Carta anyway. Oh, no, I don't. Perfect. All right, that is the entire mission. We are done. All right, we received 5+ trust with a backbone, as well as some civilian supplies, and an additional 35. On top of that, we got a mounted chain gun, another infantry scavenger suit, some pipe guns, and a workshopped RPG, as well as a couple scrap bombs. Very, very good in terms of equipment that we were going to do, so that we can sell now. So if we want to consider it, might be something to look at. We got a sniper rifle, long range, armor piercing. So it does have 75 armor penetration and 40 armor damage, as well as 30 hit point damage and 20 accuracy modifier. So it is only a single shot, but it is absolutely phenomenal to use. The other thing that we might want to look at is this mining laser. So it is anti-structure and anti-vehicle. So you got to get in really, really close, but it is absolutely phenomenal. And you know, the other thing that I didn't do as I'm thinking about this is the K-Pack, the upgraded K-Pack. So let's do that. Let's make sure that someone has that. And I think it's probably going to be Lim, to be honest with you. I think that's absolutely the right call. So we now have 53 promotion points. We'll see what we can do here. Counter-Strike, I think, is going to be what we choose for Lim. I don't know if we want Lim to use it now or something else. Throwing range to grenades, 20% elements hit by AoE weapons. Fragmentation could be absolutely phenomenal coming out of tech, especially with the grenade launcher that we have equipped for him. Vamplu, we could use the Disdain, ignore suppression from dying squaddies. So anytime that they do actually take damage, he just doesn't care, right? He's too good about that. Additionally, Shooting Gallery, 30% accuracy and 30% damage against enemies out of cover. That is absolutely phenomenal, especially with the K-bar. I think that's really what we are going to want to do. So, let's see. Realistically, I think the fastest or the best thing that we can do right now is get Lim a promotion, because that is going to be a consistent help mission in and mission out. So for the second mission of this operation, I don't think we need the middle one. I don't really care about the anti-vehicle or the anti-tank mine, mostly because I'm absolutely garbage at predicting things. So we are instead going to get a random explosive item. So let's make sure that our troops are equipped properly. I think probably less of a concern if we drop 2 guys down to, you know, whatever needs to be. We can drop Carta down even further a little bit. Drop maybe the... I don't really want to drop the thermite grenade, but I do want to make sure that we have our troops armored up as much as possible, which I think, again, is... yeah, that's taking us out really hard. So maybe what we do instead is we give you... we give you the pipe gun. That is actually functionally useless. If we want to maintain everybody, scavenger suits need to go away. So how do we get rid of that? Okay, well, realistically, we probably don't need the scavenger suits on our grenade launcher. Carta has the outcast rags. That's not going to be enough. So maybe what we do is we drop 1 from Lim, because Lim is actually the one that has the most cost. And then we can go up 1. No. Up 1? No. Oh, dang it. We're 1 away. 1 away. 1 away. You know what? It's not that deep. It's not that deep. We're going to go ahead and start the mission.
With training and discipline, I am
so,
always ready to fight.
To eliminate and destroy, we have one of the... yeah, destroy the communications antenna, and then we have the bomb maker and pirate bodyguard there. So it is night, which I don't like. Not my favorite thing. Of course, we do have Lim, which should have been in the APC, but hindsight being what it is. Everybody's going to move forward here. Try and keep us as cool and collected as possible. Yeah, I think that's also the smart thing to do, is get Vamplu up early, just because of his vision.
What? I can kill from anywhere.
Now, if I was smart, I would have been looking for NVGs. Instead, I did not, so we don't have any. NVGs reduce or eliminate any debuff that occurs during night. Now that debuff does affect both us and the enemy.
Got visual.
What is this? This is a flamethrower team. So at this point, we probably just want to try and take them out. I would really like not to deal with that. They are quite scary and quite powerful if they get into range. I think in one of my test campaigns, I lost an entire squad in 1 round just from letting them get too close. I didn't realize I was letting them get too close, but they absolutely were, and it went horrible. So, regardless, let's get Van Plu up to find a little bit more. We are running into a sight blocker here. That's fine.
What?
Barda, move forward. And I think if we move you here, it should... Oh, we're one unit away. Okay, no problem. And we get a little bit of better sight lines. Interesting. Okay, so he is there. We just cannot see him. That is interesting.
TMP.
All right, there we go. So what do we want to do? Can you attack? I'm curious. I don't think you can, but yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Can you throw a thermite grenade? Not quite. Yeah, and that gets you out of line. So we're just going to move you into cover, put some deployment on you.
What?
Unfortunately, that was not a smart move on my part. That is what it is. These are the bomb makers. So the bomb makers are not particularly strong. Poor accuracy. If we move here, see, actually, does this have a separate accuracy? Yeah, so if you're point blank, it's better. But unfortunately, I'm dumb and try to do it like that. I don't think I could have made that any worse, to be honest. Let's get Lim here. See if we get Lim here, should be just fine. Yeah, okay. So low accuracy is fine. It will do some suppression, and that'll... Oh, never mind. Lim, you absolute monster. Or as I said in the last episode, you absolutely beautiful man. That was excellent. I could not have asked for a better attack on that. Van Plu, please continue to move forward and exposing the enemies. Apologize if you can hear my dog in the background.
Sir? What?
Carta, I feel like, is just objectively a... That was a stupid idea. Carta, I feel like, is objectively just bad early on. All right, cool. We got the secondary objective done. I don't think I've ever actually made use of that effectively. We will see, though, if I can do it in the future. All right. You know what? Can we get there without doing that? No, we can't. Instead, we are going to deploy. We got 2 guys over here. Oh, one is the pirate boarding commandos. That is not the bodyguard, I might point out. So, on top of that, yeah, they're not gonna be doing anything terrifying here. Perfect. All right, let's get you in cover. I think we have perfect opportunity to use the grenade launcher right now. One thing the grenade launcher actually might be super valuable for, as I'm thinking about it, is one of those defense missions. I think that would be really, really good. And that is not something I have been using it for. Can't do that, but I can take shots on you. And now, if I had selected that other thing, 30% damage and accuracy, ooh, that would have been amazing. Instead, he's wavering. We'll take it. Is what it is. Pipe guns did a little bit of armor damage. I didn't even think he had armor, but doesn't matter.
Proceeding.
See what these EDWs do. Okay, not much.
What?
They're just going to continue to run away. That's fine. Now, fortunately, just because you can't see them doesn't mean you can't do damage to them. So in this case, we are not doing enough damage, which is fine. But we are absolutely suppressing them. So anything that they want to do, they won't be able to do at this point. So we'll move Van Plu up, I think, is going to be the next call at the end of the next round. We'll do that. And then, let's see, do we have range over here? I think we do. Yep, okay. Didn't hit anything. That's just fine. But more importantly, they'll be ready for the next turn.
Repositioning.
We'll get some shots off on you. Do love the sound on that one, though. Oof.
That's it, Marine.
Good sounds. See, maybe we can... Okay, excellent. We nailed that one too. Lim doing the work of the gods here. Let's get Van Plu up, and behind that APC would be phenomenal. We'll leave you here as well.
Making a play. About time.
Interesting. I have a feeling this is not going to go well for us if we do something stupid, but they're not moving. So
What?
here, let's get that. We'll get, yeah, okay.
Here comes brutality.
I don't know what the deal is with those AI. They simply just don't want to do anything. Now, problematically, if I do any damage here, it's gonna hurt. So, yeah, we lost some squaddies, or lost one squaddie. I'm okay with that, honestly, because of how damaging those guys can be. You can't do anything. Okay, there you can. But they can only do that once.
Shoot to kill.
Terrible accuracy, my friend. Let's try and do this. That'll give us one shot with these guys. They are as, you know, essentially blocked as you can be. So for right now, it doesn't really matter. We do need to pay attention to these guys. But I think that's about all we got. So... yeah, okay. So I don't know what that was all about. Took care of them this turn, which is great. Van Plu, I think we'll leave for now. Let's get Carta in position. That is not what I wanted to do. Because I absolutely meant to press the F button, just not in that round. I meant to press the X button. Because that's every time you hear that da-da-da-da-da, it's, that's me just forgetting to do stuff, unfortunately.
Rats in a cage.
All right, Pirate Bodyguard. There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Okay. Engines engaged.
Can we hit him? We could do some suppression. Okay, I was
We
hoping that it would
must
do
go
enough.
bigger.
Was not. That's fine. Good accuracy here. But they do have armor. Those they do have those pirate or commando jet suits. So I don't know if that's actually different, but it is not great for me. Again, Van Plu's skill, as I'm learning here, would have been a little bit better in that situation. I'm assuming they are not running away. We do like that. Moving them forward. Let's get you here. We will be able to put them into a fully suppressed position, so I'm not concerned about any damage that tech might take.
Okay, okay.
Especially because they do have counterattack, just like the boarding commandos. They're basically souped up boarding commandos with the... Oh no, they are basically just boarding commandos. They still have the same weapons and everything. So if we do... Let's see. Can't do that. That thermite, or the incendiary grenade... Don't know if that is worth it. So let's get you to soak up that counterattack. Because I actually, unironically, do not know if the accessory damage actually counts towards that. So I think what we'll actually do is instead just... Right, we already failed our turn counter just trying to get those pirate commandos down. But we'll just keep pumping through. We just need to kill a bunch of enemies. Call it good. Ah, there's another one. All right, Carta, come on. Get it moving. I need to find something that increases Carta's capabilities. Because it's just a little rough. All right, you are suppressed, which is great, which means you are not actually going to get stuck, which I think is more important. Or you're not going to run away, which, excuse me, which is actually more important. Tech did a little bit. Tech is my favorite. Tech is by far my favorite guy. I think we're going to try and shoot that. So this guy's fleeing. I would love to hit. Okay, perfect. I still don't know if you actually get all the loot from doing that. So instead, I would rather just be safe. Okay, I heard someone complain about that. Let's get Lim forward. Even a little bit more. They won't be able to attack, fortunately. We could... So, two options. We could move you forward or we could attack. I think we're going to attack. mostly because I
What?
want to make sure that we actually have vision. And I missed. I just decided to go here instead of here. So absolutely troll.
On it. About time.
Let's get those guys down. All right, and we'll keep moving.
Nice.
So we do need to find,
Rip
if we
them
want to get that
apart.
additional 3, we need to find an additional 3 more guys. And I say 3 as in 3 promotion points. But
Sir?
I'm a little concerned. It's just, they're just not being visible here. Okay, tech,
Make it a
go
play.
hide.
About time.
You know what, actually, you just stick in there. And then Van Plu, get you in there.
Sir? What?
Where are these guys anyway?
Armor detail on duty.
Did I just miss? I think I missed half the map, but I don't know if it's actually worth it, to be truthful with you. And it's a pretty garbage.
About time.
You know what? It's not that. It's not that deep. Let's just get everybody out. We had a great mission. Oh, someone wants to show up. Okay, I will take that. I don't think we're gonna actually be able to do anything to them, but you know what? If they want to fight, it's a chain gun team, so
Hey! Not cool!
we could, at the bare minimum, get that chain gun, which would be awesome. Perfect.
Nice shooting, Marine.
And at that point, we only have 2 more, but the greed is getting to me. The greed is getting to me.
Keep
So
up
here's
the
what
good
we're
work,
doing.
Major.
We're just going to call it good. Right? We could do it, but realistically, I just don't care enough. Incendiary grenade, that's great. We also got a pirate looted PDW, absolutely phenomenal in close range. An additional scavenger suit, which we might be able to do something about. Overconfident. Minus 10% defense, but plus 10% accuracy off a limb. That's okay, I'll get it. We're getting rid of hesitant, which is really what was causing Carta so much trouble here. And we do have the ability now to upgrade one of our troops. And I think, as we kind of mentioned, we need to get shooting gallery. That's so powerful for Van Plu. I'm very fortunate that we haven't started seeing too many vehicles just yet. But let's go ahead and repel the counterattack. This is going to be one where we need to protect the target zone. In this case, Van Plu is going to be absolutely, or not Van Plu, Tech, excuse me, is going to be absolutely invaluable. So let's make sure we have everybody spread out. I think you there, you probably there is just fine. Van Plu, since he has the, or not Van Plu's, Tech, excuse me, since he has that auto launcher, will be able to do a lot for, or I guess from pretty much anywhere, but it does look like they will be coming in from the northwest and southeast, I guess. We'll call it that. Realistically, I expect him to attack from every angle. So if we get you in here, that's great. I would love to get Van Plu set up. I've been on this map before, I feel like.
What?
And shoot, you know what? I would like not to do that. But nonetheless, we're just going to put you in here and then just figure out what we need to do with you a little bit later. Okay, we do have friendlies here. Yep, I was curious about that. So this is going to be one that is absolutely covered in enemy vehicles. These vehicles aren't doing any damage. They are literally just dropping off troops. So they're transport vehicles, and as soon as they drop, they will become functionally useless.
Staying alert.
Now, that said, you can blow up the vehicle in the meantime, and that does do a tremendous amount of damage. But it's a little bit harder than you would imagine with the K-bars and so on. So let's get you there. Let's load up. And then we'll be covering any area from here to here. So Carta will also be providing suppressive fire. I think we're going to be in a pretty good state. So wait might not be a bad idea either. All right, let's get you over here. Do it. Oh no. Okay, we can do a little bit of damage. So we can actually shoot guys out of that. Ooh, excuse me. What happened? Where'd it go? All right, friendlies. You can actually shoot the guys out of the transport, which is super nice. I haven't done too terribly much of that, but they will try and get into these towers here. Fortunately, the towers are not as flexible as one might imagine. See, can we hit you? We can certainly give it a shot. Yeah, I'll give it that, and then no need to waste too much ammunition. They're already at maximum suppression, which I think is really what we wanted to do.
They're shooting us!
So if we get them Plu, no armor penetration, even with a K-bar, which is totally fine. We get that. Excellent accuracy, though. Perfect, and that's the kind of damage we're looking at. So that is absolutely valuable.
Sir?
We'll let these guys do their thing. I think at that point, he's also still in range of the rockets. We love to see. Can you shoot? No. Can you shoot? No. I think we're going to leave you,
About time.
honestly. And then Lim can't really hit anything, which is okay. I'm not concerned about that. Again, we'll just leave you guys here. Okay, can't do that. That's fine. Okay. What I think we can do instead is... Currently nothing. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to move you and call it a day. Part of this is trying to figure out how we can minimally...
Yes, I like
how we can do things that would be valuable to our squads. With oh, hi. That's an EMP team. All right, Carta. Time for you to shine. We'll do that, and then pin down. Okay. That was a little terrifying. I was afraid that was going to be a chain gun team, because that could have absolutely destroyed Carta. Okay, for right now, we are going to move you up. You're going to miss every shot, probably, but you are going to absolutely destroy their morale. So that's the important bit. And they're hanging out. We'll still hang out. I mean, there's no reason to fight them right now. Obviously, that truck right there is what... excuse me. That truck right there is what brought them in. Lim also. Just need to hang out. It's not going to be too difficult, I don't think, compared to other missions that I've experienced in this realm, we'll say. We would love to get some good shots over here. Pop guys off of that transport, and we will deploy. We'll get Carta to potentially do some damage there. I think this EMP team is probably going to run away. Actually, we'll see what they choose to move first. Okay, yeah.
Major, we have enemies breaching the designated perimeter.
Where? Oh, these guys, because they are? All right, perfect. Take it. All right. Either way, doesn't matter. Try and do a little bit more damage here. We probably could have moved forward and done a thermite, but I think that would have risked going down below 90%. Getting that additional promotion points. We go from there. All right, so yeah, it looks like there is a squad in there that we don't want to deal with. We may end up moving Lim over here to see what we can do. Right now, because right now I guess we are kind of protected. So let's move Van Plu over. We will drop that 90%, unfortunately. Back armor hit, engine damage. Perfect. Easy. Thank you very, very much, Reiwa. Now, I said that I wanted to use Reiwa for that rundown thing, but I haven't used it at all. It's super unfortunate. All right, so you deploy. See, we can shoot twice. That takes out that entire group. Phenomenal. And that takes out that entire group. I think that was probably the sickest turn we've had in this entire operation. Thank you, Tech, for being an absolute go. All right, there's our guys. There's our guys. This is exactly what we were hoping for. Let's try... No, we don't want to try that. They are suppressed, and I think if we get them to wave for rain... they shoot, or yeah, they're not capturing if they're pinned down or wavering. So good enough. We'll see if these guys end up attacking these guys as well. Yep, they do.
Sir?
I would like Lim to be able to get that kill. Perfect. I just want to... I don't know. I'm assuming that similar to Battle Brothers, if any of the local forces get the kills, that you actually don't get any value from it. So if that's the case, we just want to make sure that we get the most value possible.
Sir?
We need to hold on to this for 10 more rounds, or 5 more rounds to get to 10, excuse me. But let's see what we got. More trucks with a chain gun team. Hold on, what was that? That was a EMP team.
Engines engaged.
Okay.
Measure.
Interesting. All right, Tech, do your thing.
Sir?
Actually, you know what?
Empty engaging.
Suppress on that. Do a little bit more damage.
Engaging the enemy.
Okay. Oh, there's guys over there. Interesting. I do think the local forces get the same cheats that the AI does, which is good.
How you liking the way back?
That is sketchy. Good accuracy here. They moved directly into our line of fire. I will not complain about that.
Hell yeah,
All
brother.
that good. And I think after this, we may end up trying to get another vehicle captain or a squad leader. And I think primarily, it's not that I'm actually looking for a new vehicle, but what I want to do is I want to be able to have a backup squad leader in case anyone gets burned out. That is a thing. If you bring your guys into combat too many times, they get some negatives.
About time.
Not a fan of that, but is what it is. So okay, now I do notice that we are particularly vulnerable here. We do have Van Plu, but realistically that's still not a whole lot.
Sir?
Let's get some additional damage over here.
Empty engaging.
Yeah. So this thing,
Busting the module.
let's see, we just get 2 of them, 3 of them. I don't know. Not too bad, honestly. I think that shot blocker is going to block.
Let him make it.
Ah, you think that's going to protect you, but I have the master plan. Perfect. Perfect. We'd love to see it. Get those guys out of there. Disable the truck. Controls overloaded, so those guys are going to dismount. Try and do what they can. But this is probably one of the best target zones that I've had in quite a while.
Measure.
And Plu, I think we'll get you over there. Just keep an eye out.
Enemy.
Yeah, for that reason, exactly. I doubt that they're actually going to be moving in that direction. Probably more over here, which is fine. But
About time.
again, don't wanna lose too much. Too much
Sir?
visibility, I should say. If we do that, excellent accuracy, we can at least suppress them.
Why so hostile?
Empty engaging.
Not successful.
We hit it
Okay,
good.
fair enough. We get it.
Get back
Those
to
guys
the
actually,
ships.
those guys actually seem to have K-bars. Is that K-bar? Looks like a K-bar. I mean, it's extremely valuable if they do. I won't complain about it. So let's see. We'll try and get a shot off on there. Maybe get some damage. And then we'll get that done. That guy's
Goddamn,
down.
You are really getting after them.
Yes, he is. Tech is the absolute mission MVP. Cannot complain in any way, shape, or form. I expect that the other guys are going to flank around here. So we'll
They're
move there.
mine.
Hey, there we go. What is that? A pirate chain gun team?
About time.
And then Lim
Measure.
will leave as is. Excuse you.
What?
Can we take a shot there? Yes, we can.
Everything suddenly sucks.
Perfect. All right, that's good enough.
Oh man. Oh
Yeah.
god.
Okay, they are significantly down. I'll take it.
Orders.
And then we can just take it down with Lim and call it a day. Perfect.
Hostile eliminated.
Now, I am curious. Accuracy 75. Was he always 75? No, he gets an additional 10% accuracy. He also gets counterattack, but we haven't used that a single time.
Measure.
All right, mission's almost over, though. At this point, I feel like it's almost a little bit of a joke.
About time, man.
Like, we just haven't struggled.
Sir?
All right. There's an opportunity to do something, at least.
They really.
Okay, they missed. It's fine. Medium fire. Okay. What are these guys anyway? They're just the outcasts. Yeah. Not a big deal. Big fire. All right, let's see if we can't take him out with this. Carta, now is your time to shine. Yes. All right, at least we destroyed the thing here. Definitely didn't mean to do that, but that's okay.
Windshield wipers are clogged again.
All right. Perfect. And we'll call that a mission done. 38 promotion points plus a 0.1 or a 1.25 difficulty multiplier. In addition, look at all of this sweet, sweet loot. Bundle grenade, 3 scrap bombs, another set of armor, 2 of the workshopped infantry with trade value of 25. That was a good loot pile. All right, and on top of that, we get to choose one of our rewards. So this is the arc range. The bigger caliber of the arc rifle series suffers from lower effectiveness than small caliber platforms. This heavily modded accuracy version features a magnifying battle scope, bipod, and extended barrel for effective use over long range. Okay, so it is a projectile with suppressive. Range 8, hit point damage 12, armor 13, armor penetration 25, so it's a little bit low, but it is probably, right, it is better on the hit point damage. 3 suppression, 1 element, and 3 rate of fire, so very effective. On the flip side, we have a tripod Griffin minigun, a rotary multi-barrel machine gun, originally mounted on space and aircraft. Comes with a high rate of fire, but heats up quickly. Builds up, the more heat builds up, the less accurate it becomes. Well, ooh, that's tough. So I feel like this is a setup weapon, and the setup weapon, while extremely valuable, what's the suppression? The suppression on this is 10. Suppression on this is 3. We don't really use a ton of suppression. I guess we have suppression, but we are going into the bugs. Now I know that 13 hit point damage, 15 armor damage, absolutely phenomenal. And with a range of 8, if we're using any defensive, if we're doing anything defensive, it's absolutely phenomenal. That said, I know that the trade value of this arc range is pretty good. And if we need to, we might be able to just toss it in favor of other things. Yeah, you know what though? As we're going against the aliens, one of the things that I struggled with early on was the use of their warriors. And especially when they had 2 or 3 of them just running at you, if you didn't have enough damage, you were going to struggle. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get the tripod minigun, despite the fact that we didn't actually, that I would have preferred the range, but either way. A ship filled with prison escapees comes onto your radar. They are begging you to let them past. Aflick mentions that the ship's transponder history suggests it's fleeing the backbone. So we can either say this is not our problem or dispatch a team to return the prisoners. So I do know... We're going to say this isn't our problem. I know the backbone might dislike us, but it's okay. All right. Yes, outsider, you're very much correct. It is not your problem. We are intrigued by this response nonetheless. You could have rushed to make a cheap impression, but chose not to. Many would find this insulting, but we, the backbone, understand every decision stands on its own, but does not stand on its own, but is tethered to many connective tissues. All right. Hey, we'll take the additional 5+ trust with the backbone. That is not something I expected, but I like it. So we also have the ability to upgrade our OCIs. So first one, supply drop, which drops a crate of ammunition to refill supplies and accessories. Auto supplies, which increases maximum supplies each mission. And dropship rocket pods. I kind of like the idea of a supply drop, but I've never really run into the need for that early on. The automated supply compartments can be extremely valuable, but the rocket run is also... I don't have any off-map strikes right now. I think we're gonna go with the rocket run. I'm not going to actually build it right now. We do have 100, but I'm actually going to use that to build a repair bay or a medical bay. And I think we're actually going to do commodity for each vehicle destroyed. Okay, so going into the next mission, we're not going to have any vehicles because they're going to be aliens. So I think we're going to do the medical bay. It's very, very easy to lose squaddies here. You can see we did go from 37 to 44 in this last mission. We didn't lose any. It was super nice. So I think that's what we're gonna end with on today. So we got one operation done. It was pretty straightforward. I would almost say boring. It was so easy, but that's okay. We like those because not every mission is going to be like that. And as the difficulty ramps up, as we start to get to the hardest sections of the game, I'm going to be missing these points. So that'll be all for today. Thank you guys so much if you're watching. I do appreciate it. I appreciate the time you spend with me. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.